The Crown Prince of Pahang, Hassan al-Ibrahim, is the future sultan of one of the wealthiest states in Malaysia. He is known as a desirable bachelor, a billionaire, and at the same time a man who prefers to stay out of the spotlight. While some heirs display their wealth openly, get married, and raise children, Hassan al remains single, and this has become one of the greatest intrigues of the Malay monarchy. The main questions that captivate the public are: who will be the woman chosen by him? Why is he still unmarried despite his age, wealth, and the expectations of the whole nation? And is it really true that his birth saved not only the dynasty, but also his parents' marriage? Viewers are invited to stay until the end to uncover who might become the wife of Malaysia's most mysterious prince. Hassan al-Ibrahim was born in 1995. His mother is Queen Aziza Amina, and his father is Sultan Abdullah, who until recently held the position of King of Malaysia. His education was broad and diverse. He studied in the United Kingdom and then pursued international relations in Switzerland. Today, he is enrolled in a postgraduate program in public policy at the National University of Singapore, preparing for his future role as Sultan. Alongside his academic achievements, Hassan al also completed military training at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, the legendary institution that has trained many global leaders, including the crown princes of Brunei and Dubai. But beyond the impressive education, what sets him apart is his genuine humility, not as a publicity strategy, but as a true trait of character. What surprises many is his attitude toward luxury. Despite his billions, he uses a modest smartphone costing only about $400. This conscious choice sparked admiration on social media, as people marveled at an heir who could afford any extravagant gadget but deliberately chose simplicity and minimalism. Naturally, this leads to the question of where his vast fortune goes. Pahang, the third largest state in Malaysia, is rich in natural resources, tourist attractions, and economic strength, which brings enormous income to the royal family. There are stories about Hassan al's collections of sports cars, luxury watches, overseas properties, and even rumors that he owns a private Boeing 737. Yet, unlike many heirs, he does not flaunt his wealth. Instead, he channels it into his people. Large portions of his fortune go toward charitable causes, building schools, supporting youth through football club sponsorships, and launching environmental programs to preserve forests and coastlines in Pahang. The people admire him for this generosity, seeing how his wealth contributes to the prosperity of the state rather than his personal comfort, strengthening his reputation as the people's prince. Still, the pressing question remains: why is Prince Hassan al unmarried? Are his relationships kept a well-guarded secret? In 2024, the internet erupted when a wedding invitation supposedly for the crown prince appeared online, naming a bride called Fair Dud. The rumors spread quickly, but the Pahang Palace released a statement confirming the reports were false. Later, in an interview, Hassan al himself denied the marriage claims. He remains single, and the mystery surrounding his future wife only grows. Perhaps this is because he takes the choice very seriously. His wife will not only be his partner, but also the Queen of Malaysia and the mother of future heirs. Tradition dictates that a crown prince's first marriage should be with someone of royal blood, perhaps a princess from another Malaysian sultanate or from Brunei. Such dynastic marriages strengthen ties between royal families and ensure the continuity of royal lineage. Yet times are changing. Increasingly, royal heirs are marrying women from noble families, daughters of high-ranking officials, aristocrats, or successful business families, granting them greater personal freedom in their choice of a life partner. Many compare Hassan al to Brunei's crown prince, Al-Muhtadi Billah. The similarities are striking. Both are calm, modest, and closely tied to tradition, yet never flaunting luxury. In Brunei, Al-Muhtadi remained unmarried for many years despite attempts by officials to arrange matches with their daughters. Eventually, at the age of 30, he married Sarah, a woman of non-royal background whom he met through friends. Their marriage was filled with happiness, resulting in 4 children and a harmonious family life. Perhaps Hassan al, too, will follow a similar path, choosing love over strict royal tradition. If that happens, Malaysia may witness a modern-day fairy tale in which the Prince of Pahang finds his Cinderella. Whenever Hassan al does marry, the wedding will undoubtedly be a national spectacle. Malaysian royal weddings are legendary for their grandeur, beauty, and multi-day celebrations attended by thousands of guests. But beyond the romance of his marriage, Hassanal's very birth carries a story of struggle, faith, and destiny. He was not just any child, he was the long-awaited heir. Before his birth, Queen Aziza endured heartbreak. She lost her first child, a baby boy, who lived less than a day. That tragedy was not only devastating personally, but also posed a crisis for the dynasty. The couple's marriage suffered under the grief, and the absence of an heir increased tensions. In response, Sultan Abdullah married a second wife, the Malaysian actress Julia Abdul Rais, who bore him 3 daughters. Though devastated, Queen Aziza never gave up. She underwent 16 rounds of IVF treatment in some of the world's top clinics, and after years of hardship, Hassanal was finally born. His birth was seen as a miracle, not just for the royal family, but for the entire nation. He symbolized hope, continuity, and destiny. Later, more siblings were born, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. But from the beginning, Hassanal was marked as special. He was raised not just as a prince, but as a future monarch, tasked with justifying his mother's immense sacrifices and fulfilling the hopes of the people. Today, he has grown into that role. He is an army captain, actively engaged in diplomacy, and a leader in various charitable and environmental projects. He holds significant positions such as director of the Islamic University of Pahang and president of the Customs Council. Beyond official duties, he maintains a love for sports, playing polo, football, and participating in other athletic pursuits. His image as the people's prince is reinforced by his actions. During the devastating 2022 floods in Pahang, Hassanal visited some of the worst-hit areas himself. Citizens still recall the future sultan in rubber boots, carrying boxes of supplies and speaking personally with victims. These moments of humanity make him beloved by the public. Now, the entire country awaits the announcement of his bride. Will he honor tradition by marrying into royalty? Or will he follow his heart and choose love? The suspense continues, and the people are eager to know how the story of Malaysia's most mysterious prince will unfold. What do you think?